Hello and welcome to our channel. Hope you enjoy the video and let the video begin.
The first animal of our tour is the caribou. Animals native to the African savanna. The zebra are a little further back in there, but you should be able to find the eland, the largest type of antelope. And we're also going to be passing by some more antelope species as we go up this hill. Speaking to now the first ones are the smaller ones. Then we have less to do with those white stripes on their back and some spiral horns. And then a bit further up, we're going to be finding our bog.
This is scary to see it down below. Wow, look!
Pretty slowly over here to our left. If we get to find the biggest carnivores that walk on land today, this is where our polar bears
Looks like the one in Lake Arrowhead. You know the ducky in Lake Arrowhead?
I can see that.
As I look in here, I'm not seeing any of our bears.
Listen to what he said.
Three of them that live in here. Sometimes we watch them swimming around in their pool of water.
I think they went on vacation.
Sometimes they're hanging out in their area right now, just so everyone's aware where you can find big neck panthers. Jaguars come from South America, but they can even come as far north as North America, right? And Deary herself came from Mexico, so they're not just from the Amazon. They can even survive in places like San Diego. What? Yes. A little over 200 years ago, you can find jaguars like the Deary right here in Southern California. The way they like to hunt is as an ambush predator. They're going to pounce on their prey and provide one super powerful bite right to the back of the skull in that kind of softish part. They're going to crush the skull and take their prey down in an instant. To get to them, they use their spots as camouflage. It's supposed to mimic the kind of filtering of light coming through the leaves, like the dappled light of the rainforest. The rosettes, as we call them, are going to be circled with little dots on the inside.
No.
If you see our leopards later, they're going to have a solid circle, no dots on the inside. And cheetahs, they don't have circles, they have polka dots. So next time you're being eaten by a big yellow cat, you better know who's eating you. Hooray! Now coming down there from that Amazonia Conservation coffee production is going to be correct in that area. But there is a new thing that's going on. It's called shade-grown coffee. Where instead of chopping down all the big trees in the rainforest to grow our coffee beans, we can grow them in the understory, keeping the ecosystem intact so jaguars can traverse the area, but we still get to drink that coffee we're trying to drink. Sounds like a win-win scenario to me. Right, we're starting to pass by our elephant habitat here in Elephant Odyssey. We do have 2 acres of it, so sometimes they're not over here, they're over there on the other side of this big building. The big building.
Yeehaw! Up, up, and away! Ooh, look at those little people. Oh my gosh, we got a cricket in here. We got a cricket in here. Just keep your phone inside. You drop it, you'll never see it again. We're on the Sky Tram.
I'm so scared. First ever. But are you okay, hon?
I am doing absolutely awesome.
No, I don't want to see down below.
Well, even up here, we don't see any animals down there. Maybe the zoo doesn't have animals.
No. I think she said it is in the safari. The first place we go first.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh! It's getting good.
Coming in for a landing.
The specimens that were brought back way back in the day. And they're just new hard spines. Now over to our right, we're passing by map locator number 15, also a habitat with some monkeys in it. Over there by that map location, you can find our Asian cats like the Emmer and snow leopard. And over there you'll also find panda rabies.
Hey, there's the white flamingo.
Here we're surrounded by
Other one over there. Yeah, look, it's so beautiful.
Over to our left, we have our African flamingos. There
Flamingo.
you can see they're starting to make some nests. Those little mounds of dirt can eventually become pillars of dirt where they'll roost their eggs. And another bird we have is our cormorant. Now this might be a familiar bird to you if you're native here to San Diego. Some cormorants live here. Those are African cormorants. These are a type of bird that dive oriented so to help you get your bearings. Up this hill to our left, we have Treetop Way. I mentioned it at the start of the tour. It's where you can find the gorillas and monkeys, orangutans. Also going to be one of your fastest ways back to the front of the zoo, depending on where you are. If you're over there by the lion, or the polar bears over there near Elephant Odyssey, if you're trying to get back to the front, all you have to do is take this big green bridge you'll see up in the sky on our left in just a second. It'll take you to Treetops Way, and then it's just a 10-minute walk back to the front of the zoo. It's pretty straightforward.
Ice cream, ice cream.
Now over to your right is Sun Bear Forest, where you can find our sun bear, one of the most
Ay, di niya
elusive
tayo sa
bears.
ano.
And over to the left, underneath that big green bridge in the sky, you can see is our giant panda. That's where you can find panda rays. Passed by almost everywhere. Now, we're going to see the Asian and American black bear. Speaking of black bears, on our left, we're going to see some penguins. These will be African penguins native to South Africa. Oh, sorry, folks. I did come too close to that tree, that bush. My bad. So all penguins live down there in that southern hemisphere. Some live in Antarctica. A lot of them live in Africa, South America, in those little islands in between. But none live in the northern hemisphere. Some people wonder why. Well, I've got an answer for you folks. You might not like it. Another bird that was also called the penguin, you can't see them right now, but come back around on foot later. find those baby bears. Quite a unique opportunity to get to see them at all. Because if you're in the wild, if you're out in the backcountry and you see a baby bear, you should go the other direction. Now over to our right, I can see just a bit in this cave. We've got one of our grizzlies, one of our North American grizzlies. We have Scout in Montana that live in here, so maybe we have our second grizzly in a second habitat down a little bit. These guys come to us from Idaho.
I see.
Now grizzlies have a sense of smell that's about 2,100 times better than our sense of smell. So if you can see their nose, you'll notice they have big noses, wide nasal canals that go to a huge olfactory sensor in the brain. Now having noses like this helps them scavenge for food. They will steal food from wolves because wolves are really hard-working hunters. Here's another grizzly.
over there.
Here we go. Wolves are really hard-working hunters. Bears are not. Bears would rather find food than go and actively take it down. So if they can find where the wolves are and steal their leftovers, that's a great way for them to get some free food. And pigs are going to come from the old world, like Africa, Europe, and Asia. Now these guys specifically come from South America. They have those flat noses that make them look like pigs, that they will use to roll cacti around on the ground to remove their spines. That way they can eat those cacti without hurting their mouth. Now over to our left, we pass by our Sky Safari. Got free aerial tram going over the top of the zoo. It is a one-way trip, but if you want to take it both ways, you have to get back in line. Coming up on our right will be the 4D theater playing animal kingdom. We have these little mammals.
Oh yeah, the little one over there. It's hiding over there. And there are babies over there.
They're going to spend their day mostly resting, so staying very, very still. Their bodies are very
These look like babies.
For a while. And then you can see where I'm going with this. Their predators come around and go, oh no, that's just another part of the rock. That they survive.
See, they're over there.
Two of them and one over
Special
there.
about them isn't their size or their shape, but they're not very well named because they're not a type of cat. Just like how mountain lions aren't related to lions, and red pandas and giant pandas are not related either. Meerkats and cats are not related. Meerkats are actually in the mongoose family, which means they have some pretty good natural venom resistance, allowing them to hunt scorpions. Now over here to your right, you're not really going to see any cool animals. That's too bad.
I don't
But
really
what we
see
do
a lot
have
because
a lot
I'm
of
in the
really
left
cool
side
plants.
of the world.
We're actually not just a zoo here. We're a zoo and a botanical garden with around 1 million plants growing here on grounds of about 7,000 different species. We have plants from all across the globe, and some of them, like our animals, are endangered. Because plants, believe it or not, they can be endangered too, just like animals. And you'll find some of them over there on the right, some really cool ones, like Madagascan baobab and the woods cycad, a species of plant that's actually extinct in the wild. Now over to your right, you're going to be passing by the urban jungle. We're not going to drive in through the urban jungle, but you can find some really interesting animals over
urban
there.
jungle,
We've got the
koalas.
porcupine, we've got our giraffe, and we've got one of my personal favorites, our greater one-horned rhino. His name is Plaza. He's quite the character. Instead, we're coming down Bear Canyon. Excuse me. It's actually TLDR. It's kind of like a dating app for endangered species. And it's not just with the tigers. We're going to do it with all of our endangered animals. Now, on our right over here, we're going to pass by some African species. We have our okapi in the back, which is going to see pretty well. The hippos are going to be in the water, and generally we don't have a good view of the bus. So I would say walk back through Hippo Trail.
Oh, the hippo!
Okapi.
See, look, the hippo is down on the water.
Yeah. right
the
here.
vulture?
It's the California condor.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
You might know of
condor.
this guy.
Well,
It's
it's
the
still a
largest
vulture.
flying bird in the
He's
United
dead.
States, or in North America,
They were
getting a
extinct.
wingspan of up to 10 feet. Meaning if they sat next to me in the middle of my bus, spreading his wings out all the way, those wings would go out both windows of the bus. Now what's crazy about these birds is that back in the year 1982, there were only 22 of them left.
Yeah.
It's a really dangerously low number, so something had to happen. Otherwise, we might not be seeing this one here today. Lucky for us, people have been caring about endangered species, not letting them go extinct. Or if it was during the day, oh man, the traffic would be insane. It would totally mess up my sewer. So that's why we like to have this hospital right over here. There's also that elephant care center where we have some protective contact, so there's a barrier in between the elephant and the care specialist. And we can give them all the health checkups and dental work and pedicures that they need. Yes, they do get pedicures. When you're the largest animal that walks on land at up to
There's one.
15,000 pounds, you need to have some healthy teeth and not have a bad day every day. Now, at 15,000 pounds, these guys have the ability to completely knock over trees. If they see a tree that has branches on it they'd like to eat, they can push it over onto the ground, which makes them somewhat of an ecosystem engineer. They change the landscape that they live on. So, they keep it as an African savanna. By stopping the encroaching of the forest, that savanna will keep its grass, and that way all those giant herds of wildebeest and antelope and all the zebra and these elephants can all survive there. You're going to find one of our animal presentations. That's the one that happens at noon. I believe that one already happened. There's two more that you can also find. There's one at 1 o'clock in the Wildlife Explorer Space Camp. It's up near the front of the zoo down in the southern part. And there's one at 2 o'clock in the Weatherford Bowl on Big Amphitheater in between the base camp and the reptile hall. Those presentations will be the only time you'll find the animals that live more behind the scenes. Our animal ambassadors like the beaver, aardvark, and tree sloth. For not a mountain, but an African lion. I think I see Miss Ellen, our female, all the way on the left-hand side of this habitat, up in her little rock, kind of underneath the trees. Now,
Oh, there it is.
the lion
Right
is
there.
able to find lions all over the world. Up into Europe and then east into Asia. These days, we really only find them in Africa, except for one group of Asiatic lions that still
did the
live
lion
in India.
go?
One small part over there in they eat only one type of food, eucalyptus leaves. Now eucalyptus leaves are super low in calories. Not just super duper. Now because of this, koalas, they need to have a low calorie lifestyle to deal with that low calorie diet. So they move around pretty slowly. They don't generally move too far from their territory, which is the tree they live in. And they're gonna sleep a long time. They're gonna sleep up to 22
The
hours
little kid.
in a single day.
The little kid.
Look at him. We're gonna pull you by your tail. We're gonna pull you by your tail.
That's the bull right
Pull
there.
you by your tail. I know. Yeah, that's gotta be the leader right there. Look at the baby.
Leader of the pack. Run.
Sit still. Stand up. You're gonna stand up. Okay, see your red butt. See, they're grooming to look at. They're all paying attention to the baby. See the baby right there. Look at the baby. Look. You see the little baby? Look at mommy's going. Come here. Oh, she holds her in like that. Look at that. Oh, here they go. They're all following her in. Whatever. You see the little babies? Okay, maybe we should watch.
Yeah.
I think Like I said, get to start with the reptile exhibit. Oh yeah.
He's doing his daily exercises.
Isla, what's the Turkish word for elephant?
Exercise. Look at the baby right there. The egg. Oh, you might put her egg.
Just playing a little fish to see if
No, hindi. It's a little fish. Yeah, I think they eat it. The bird. Look at it.
I bet they're blind. Where's the Komodo dragons?
Cheetah. Hey, wake up. You look like a big version of our cat at home.
Hala, that's cinnamon.
They got gas.
Extinct American lion. Oh, where is it? Oh, that's right, it's extinct.
It's only a baby. Kasi nga may shell sila eh.
Wonder if they ever try and eat the turtles.
That's what she is telling. There's only one?
Yeah, there's only one. There are two of them.
Because of the stair over here.
That's a porcupine. Do it over here.
That one was 3.5 years old. It was 5'10" and 145 pounds.
Sige nga, duraan mo nga ako. Sige nga, duraan mo nga ako. Hinahamon kita. Ate Joy! Ate
Oh, there's one in the back.
Wait a minute.
I said it like so many times and you missed it.
There's a donkey over there to the left.
Yeah, the same in Othman. Stripe, pag baby pa sila.
Baby. Those are their babies.
No, they're not. Those are gazelles.
It's not girl? I think that's a baby giraffe.
Those are gazelles.
A gazelle is a gazelle.
A gazelle is a gazelle.
No, those are not big.
That's a good donkey. See what?